Roger, Mudfossil University, today responding to a post I put up here about a footprint that is in Nigeria and how big it was, and you can see it's huge. There's a city there, and someone posted that it was, this is a Zuma rock. Well, that is what slurped up out of the ground when the guy stepped on it. So, yes, it is a rock, and it is slurped up out of the ground, and I can prove that as well. Here we are. This is Zuma rock. All right, now you can see there's a shadow around it, so it's sticking way up in the ground. You say, wow, yes, absolutely it is. Look at that, it's a shadow. Now, what are we looking at? What's the elevation here? You see over here, elevation? You see that on there? 1372, so it's 1,372 feet up. We go up to here, what is that? 1,364. All right, so we got 1,375, 1,366, and down in here we got 1,051. I mean, come on. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. That's a step. He stepped in all I could think of, it was a pile of poo, and he stepped in it and accidentally squished a pile of poo. Because over here, look, when you go to there, you got 1,377 feet high up. So this is up. Now, when we come down into his foot, which obviously is 1,246 feet. That's another 100 and something feet drop. And then you go from there, still further, you go down to 1056. So it really goes way down. And you come up to the edge here, is back up to 1,388. All the way around it's high. 1,400 at the back. 1,270. 1,400 all the way around. So it stepped in some pile of crap or something. I don't know what it was. But you could see there's more over here. So in other words, that's a footprint. So let's get off the case that it wasn't a footprint. I know, they say it's a rock, and you do see it sticking up. I mean, I can't discount anything that anybody said, because she shows it here, sticking up off the ground. She says you can see it from the rock. It's just a rock. You search it up. So that's what I did. Okay, I also made a statement about villi, and these protrusions are sticking up, and I showed how the membrane of the skin here is like, literally has hundreds of layers, and then you get these little protrusions. Now this is, hold on, let me put a little moisture on here. Let me show you something. I want to show you what skin can consist of. Let me dry this out a smidge. Now if you could see this, hold on, let me move it over here again. Okay, here we go. Now we go. All right, here, you see that? You see how many layers there are there? I don't know if you can even possibly see how many layers. There's hundreds and hundreds of layers. And if you cut this that way, they would splay out like the way you would lay out a cards. You ever see somebody go, and they lay out? It would look just like that. They're stacked here, zip. You would see them laid out just like what I'll show you now. Now, what I was told, and by more than one person, so I don't know if it's right or not, but I honestly am not sure at all that they know that they're right, because what you see here is, like I was just showing you how many layers of skin there are. This is like that splayed out. Now, these look like those villi to me. Now, they also have internal structures going into them of this nature, this surrounding tissue styles. I don't think that's paint. They say this is some Fordite paint, which is somehow turned to this particular thing, and then they polish them and they turn it like this. I'm not going to go with that, my feeling. But if it's true, it doesn't matter, because it's identical to villi and the tissue that surrounds it. Whether it's, I'd like to be sure, I'd like to be factually correct that it is right, but nobody yet has convinced me that I'm wrong. So I'll go with that for the moment. And the other one is this, I think it's in Australia. There's a whole line of stuff that's just like this. I believe it's in Australia or maybe Madagascar or I'm not sure. But I'm sure it's this stuff. Because if you go in close, it's the same thing. You walk through them just like that. It's almost identical to this. Somebody will know, and I'm sure somebody will post back and say, oh, that's in Auckland or something like that. What's in Australia? I think that's where it is, Australia. So somebody will know it. All right? Thank you, my good friends. And I always enjoy somebody saying, you're not right about this, or you didn't understand that, or to do this. Don't attack me, please. I'm just doing the best I can. I'm fighting the tide, as you know. So, if you got something to say, let's talk it out. That's all. So far, I haven't had anybody challenge me that has destroyed my evidence. Yeah, that I can tell. No, nobody's come along with anything that overrides the things that I'm showing. And I have DNA, I have anatomists, I have, every bit of the evidence to support what I'm saying. So, I think it's starting to get to be fun. Everybody is learning, and we're all sort of thinking, what the heck could that be? What could that be? Because start looking up. Look up anatomy. Look into these things deeply. See something. Say, what the heck could that possibly be? And then go into the internals, go into the intestines and how organs work, and inside of your kidneys and liver and all that stuff. There's all kinds of very interesting stuff there. And when you start to see what it is, you will see what it is. Hi, Mudfossil University. Tell all your friends to come up here. Otherwise, you're going to be living out in the street by yourself, and everybody will be saying, "Oh, that guy's crazy." They're the ones that are crazy. We just got to let them know. All right, I love you all. God loves you. And thank you.